Aku
Hello?
મમ્મી આજ ખાવાનું બનશે મારે ભૂખ લાગી હા તો તમારે કયો નહીં મારે
Good evening, students. Actually, this is a practice session. You can practice your L3 rounds here. And if you have any doubts in any of the concepts, you can just note it down and ask once the main session gets over at 7 p.m. For your information, if you are waiting for the main session, which will start at 7 p.m. So if you are interested in practicing over here, you can stay back and start practicing.
Dear students, this is your practice section. Your main section start at 7. Kindly do the practice.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
What should we do?
Yeah, this is your practice section. You need to practice here. 7 o'clock will be your main section actually.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. A very good evening. I'm here. Are you all here too? Okay. Let me look at your faces. All right. That's great. What are we going to do today? So today's session is, all right. Today's session is not going to be about any of your rounds. Today is a very important session for your general skill development. How many of you like to speak? You love to speak, right? All of us love to speak. How many of us love to speak before an audience? Do you like to speak in front of an audience? Do you also like that? Some of you do, some of you don't. Okay. How many of you like to fight? How many of you like to argue? I love to argue. Whom do you argue with? With your siblings, your parents, your brother, dad? My dad was very strict. I could never argue with him. Your friends. Okay. Your mom. Yeah, you can always argue with your mom. Many moms are not so strict. No? Okay. With your teacher, anybody? No? No one? No way. Hashna says. Okay. All right. So, yes, Kani, today is Parakram Divas. So, what is Parakram Divas? Whose birthday is today? Sometimes for marks, you do argue. Okay. Right. Correct. It is Subhash Chandra Bose's birthday. That's correct. Fondly called Netaji. So what is Parakram? What's the meaning of Parakram? Who knows?
Already all of them are
Bravery, valor. Okay. All right. I'm just going to disable a few things. Sharing whiteboards, sharing notes. Yesterday, somebody suddenly started sharing a whiteboard. So I'm just removing these privileges. Yes, done. Okay. You want me to share my screen? My screen's already here. I told you today we are going to discuss a very, very important thing, which is the art of debating. What is a debate? What is a debate? Oh, somebody said you argue with yourself. Very good. Sometimes when you need expert advice, you need to talk to yourself. Right. Arguing with somebody is debates. Okay, let's see. How many of you like to do homework? I really did not like to do homework, especially when the teacher says, write this 10 times, write this 15, 20 times and all that. I really hated that kind of work. Yeah, so I would not do that. So if your school suddenly decides to ban homework, would that be a good idea or a bad idea? Good idea, you think? Some of you say it's a bad idea. So I'm going to allow you to speak. Those of you who want to speak, just raise your hands. I'll unmute. Okay. Yug, Harshana, Nidhi, but you have to keep your video on, otherwise I'm not going to allow you. Right. Switch on your video. Like Yug, like Harshana, like Nidhi, like Kanivarshini. Okay. Yes, wait. I'm going to also add you to the spotlights. Okay. Yug, Harshana, Kanivarshini, Nishant. Okay. You all four of you can unmute. Nidhi, you can also unmute. You can also unmute. Yes. Who else wants to join? Okay. The next team can go. So how many of you here? All five of you. Yug, Harshana, Kanivarshini, Nishant. Okay. All five of you, you can unmute. Yes. And one by one, tell me if banning homework is a good idea or a bad idea. What does Yug think?
Ma'am, it's a very bad idea.
Yug, what do you think?
It's a very bad idea.
Bad idea. Harshana, what do you think?
Ma'am, just one thing, it's a bad idea.
Bad idea. Kanivarshini, what do you think?
Ma'am, according to the parents, it's a bad idea. According to the teachers, it's a bad idea. But according to us, to be truthful, it's a good idea.
Okay.
Truthful.
And you're going to speak for yourself, okay? Not for your parents or teachers. And Nishant, what do you think? Good or bad?
Ma'am, it's a bad idea.
Bad idea. Nidhi, what do you think?
It's a good idea.
Okay, now I want you all to discuss among yourselves. So you're the deciding committee for the school. So whatever you decide at the end of the next 3 minutes, so it should be very serious when you're speaking. You should give very important points. Okay, start discussing. Let's see how it goes. Start, dear.
Ma'am, can I start, ma'am? Ma'am?
Anybody can start.
Okay. First of all, the school should not ban the homework because it could be beneficial for the students as well as teachers. Like for students, it will help us to develop our skills and we can recall and revise what we have done in the classroom. As well as for teachers, they don't need to give much recap as we already revised by ourselves, ma'am.
Ma'am, but if they, according to me, it is good because if you don't do homework, the time you spend doing homework, you will be researching on something on the subject. You will learn out of the book, right?
And you're not speaking with me. You're discussing amongst yourselves. Okay. Don't tell ma'am. Okay. You are the research committee. You are the deciding committee. Yes. Yes, speak. Nishant, speak. Yug, Nishant, Nidhi, nothing?
I think it's a good idea because the time we spend doing the homework, we can do any other exercise, anything else at that time.
Ma'am, as she said, we can do something useful related to the subject rather than doing homework. We can learn the subject, revise the subject, and then we can research on the same subject it will help us learn more about our general knowledge.
Ma'am, we should not ban homework because it will let us know more about the subject and we can more practice about that thing and we can write more better in the exam. Yes, ma'am.
Even if you do not do homework, you can practice by using some other Google or something like that. You will learn more about the thing, no, rather than doing homework and completely relying on the book.
Anybody wants to speak anymore?
And it
It's a good idea according to me because we can travel to new places and learn what their culture is.
and even homework it teaches us how to manage time, and it will teach us discipline, like you should do homework at this time to this time, and you can know the concept of time management easily through this.
Okay.
If we do homework, we will learn more studying skills and it can help us boost our memories.
Okay. Yugi, you're not telling anything. You have any point to add?
Maybe I couldn't even think that fast.
Okay.
It's a
Now,
good idea to me as we can do physical exercises and play with our friends.
okay. Thank you. Right. So you can all lower your hands now. Did you like doing this, speaking? And those of you who were listening, is there any point that you think, they should have said that? How come she did not or he did not say that? Anybody wants to add any points to this? Ishan, do you want to add any points to this? Or Karthikeyan?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I would like to add that like most people are in school for at least 6 to 7 hours, and I think that if like sometimes teachers come late to class and and we spend break just sitting doing nothing, and like if we can shorten that time and shorten the time we don't spend in school, we might be able to do the same learning we do by doing homework in school and have free time at home. I would like to add that point. So yes, I am against homework.
You're against homework, but you say you can. It's okay to do the work that's assigned for the home in the school itself.
Yes.
Okay. Yes,
Ma'am.
Ishan. Yes, Shrivalli.
We can do both of them ma'am. Doing our work will include discipline, and after that, we can explore more about the thing, ma'am. Both of them it can include.
Like both for and against homework. You're right. No?
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying you're somewhere in the middle. You're neutral. Okay. What does Rihan want to say? Rihan? Unmute, dear.
I'm not against on studies, because when you want to become a businessman or whatever, you need studies. And when you do homework, it's like activity and you're using your studies so you can improve.
Okay.
Not
What
against.
does, yes. Good point. Yes, Danshika?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to say that homework is important because it helps students to learn better and develop good habits. So, it develops practice and understanding of the subject in which the man gives homework or a teacher gives homework. It helps us the responsibility, like because doing homework regularly builds a sense of responsibility and discipline.
Okay, dear. Very happy that you're able to speak like a very big person, not like a kid. That's great. Ishan, what do you want to say?
I think that homework is good because it will help us gain responsibility, and we can do physical activities in the weekends, and we can.
That's okay. Very beautifully and very well said. All of you who did this exercise today here with us, very good job indeed. And there are certain things that we all need to know, because many people think A debate is more like an argument, a fight. And it's not so. And they learn all this very late, like when they are in the college, when they are expected to debate, they make a lot of mistakes there. So let's not do that. Okay. Yes, Surya Kiran, everybody will agree on reducing the amount of homework that's being assigned. That's correct. Okay, so why is this skill important and why are we talking about this today? The next 15 minutes, I'll just take to explain the importance of this today. Okay, so why is this important? Because it will definitely boost your confidence. And when you speak with poise without nervousness, without anxiety, without shivering, amongst a group of people, before a crowd, all of these things will definitely boost your confidence. And debating is also putting your points across in a forum and speaking confidently about your opinion, what you think. So that will definitely be helpful for to improve your confidence level, right? And it will sharpen your critical thinking. Meaning, when somebody is telling you something, do you blindly accept it? Or do you think, is that right or wrong? Should I do more reading on that? What do you do? If somebody says something, sometimes we might just think, that person always says the right things. So let me not ask somebody else about it or check somewhere about it. No matter the source of information. You know something, the internet, that's not all of the websites are credible sources of information. So when you hear something, when somebody tells you something, always do your own research and find out if it is actually the truth or somebody else is just perpetrating whatever they think, their opinion. All right. So that will help you to think critically, separate fact from opinion or fiction, and the points that you have, maybe for or against any topic, you will logically organize the points in your head. Right. So that will sharpen your critical thinking. So first, I will talk about this because that is a very, very important point. And that I will substantiate with this statistics and with these statistics. And then I will speak about this case study or this research study. So when you organize your points like that, that is logical thinking, that is sequencing. All of that you will learn in your round number 15, presenting an argument in detail. Okay. And number 3, it definitely improves your communication. How you express your thoughts clearly. And in a forum, when you're interacting with somebody, the very first thing that you should be doing is introducing yourself to that group. Okay. And many of you might have missed it. That's okay. We are all just learning. So first, introduce yourself and state what stand you're taking. Are you taking a for stand or against stand? Okay. And it will also make you speak very clearly, because many a times when we do not have this practice of debating, of participating in a group discussion or engaging in a public speaking activity, then we will not know how to carry ourselves on the stage or in an open forum in front of an audience. We would not have done that. So when we have all of this, when we are learning all of these skills, when we are engaging in all of these activities, even if not physically, at least virtually, all of this will help in your growth. Okay. And definitely when you're speaking, speak with respect. Engage in a polite and a meaningful discussion. Okay. You know what happens when, especially in debate, people, they start attacking the other team members personally. You can always give counter points, but you cannot attack that person. See, for example, if you're thinking homeworks must be banned for sure, and somebody is saying, no, Otherwise, how will the teachers reinforce the learning? We all have to repeat and learn, and you are totally against it. You cannot attack the person who makes opposite statements. You cannot say, "Oh, you are stupid. Oh, you are so stupid. That's why you need all that." We are not so stupid. We don't have to repeat 5, 10 times simple concepts. No, that's not allowed. Everywhere, be a formal or an informal discussion, do not engage in impolite communication. Anything that you say can always attack the point that the other person said. No, I think what you said may not be required for everyone. Not everybody learns by repeating things 10 times. Even if they write for 100 times, they will not get in their head. So people learn differently. So that is how you have to say, right? So no name calling, no rudeness. And finally, it builds persuasion. So when your school arranges an excursion and you're going to your parents and you're asking them permission and also money to join the excursion, if your parents say, no, no, nothing doing, you're not going, we are not discussing on this, will you immediately say, okay, appa, okay, amma? Will you say, yes, you're correct, I will not go? No, right? What will we do? All of your friends are going. And also, if it's a very interesting place that you really want to go to, will you not persuade them? Yes. Yeah. So you will fine tune this skill. It's a very important skill, persuading. So this builds persuasion. But you cannot just keep repeating your same point 100 times. So you have to give it with more statistics, more facts, more case studies. You have to make more arguments that are supporting your main idea, right? So that is what you're supposed to do. And all of these skills will develop when you learn to debate. And what are the skills required? You have to do a thorough research. Are you able to read this? Is this blurred or is it clear? Superb. Thank you, Srivalli. So you have to use reliable sources. I told you there are many websites that may carry wrong information. So check if the source is a credible source. Do a thorough research and organize your points in a very logical and impactful way, meaning the most important point that should begin your argument. You should start with that. Okay. And speak with confidence and clarity. People should be able to understand what you're saying. So you think you're speaking very well, but then in the receiving end, if they're not able to receive it well, because you've been stammering or if you are swallowing some words when you're speaking, then it's not clarity. Then it's not at all clear. How do you check this? You can use a voice recorder, you can borrow your parents' phone, do a video recording, and then check how good you are when you're speaking, right? Every word you have to pronounce. Many people have this habit of not very clearly pronouncing the last word in the sentence. So when you're speaking, check your own voice, okay? Right, and then we have active listening. Many people do this in a debate or in a group discussion. It is not public speaking. It is not just one person speaking. There is a group around you. There are more people with whom you're discussing, right? So you also have to listen to what they're saying. Only then you can give some counter arguments, right? And I've told you about this. You have to maintain civility and you have to respect that others can think differently. Just because not everybody is thinking like you, it doesn't mean that they are wrong, right? So you both put across all of your points and then we come at what's the most sensible thing to do, right? And think critically. Analyze arguments and evidence. So when somebody is saying something also, think critically. Don't criticize though, okay? And be adaptable. Just because you firmly believe in something, it does not mean that the other person should also do that, right? So when somebody's giving some convincing points, you can also think from their perspective, but also don't keep oscillating. Don't speak for and against at the same time. Then it will confuse everybody. They'll be thinking, what is this person standing for? Like he is going both the ways. So don't do that. And know your audience. So if this is going to happen in front of a group of people, understand what their values are, what their sentiments are. Don't hurt the people. Okay? And definitely use positive body language. What is positive body language? When you're speaking, have an open body language. Don't keep your fingers like this, or don't cross your hands across your chest. So people think that's very defensive. Use your hands, use your facial expressions, your body movements. Let that be natural. Don't keep it like very rigid, your hands very close to your body and all that. All that will show that you're not very confident, or you're always being defensive or critical about others' points, right? And finally, concede, meaning accept when necessary. So when somebody is saying a very valid counterpoint, even that you might not, maybe that is also possible. Maybe in isolated cases, in some events, that is also happening. So you can also say that it's not a crime to accede when necessary. That's also allowed. So when you're speaking, how to structure. So this is the most important part of today's session. So your introduction should have a hook, a context, and what's your main idea there. You have to grab everybody's attention with a hook. You know, what is that called? A hook. Why is that called a hook? When they go fishing, to get the fish, you have to have a fishing hook, and that will grab it, right? So your hook, your opening statement itself should be like a very, very powerful one. So everybody's attention is on you, okay? And it can be a statistic, it can be a quote, or it can be an anecdote. If it is an anecdote, it should not be too long. Then you will not have everybody's focus for a long time. Okay. And in your introduction, also provide the context. So in the current times, if you're talking about homework, you're not talking about homework like back then. Students did not have all of these facilities. When I was a school student, I did not have internet. But now that you do, you can do a lot of broad reading, lateral thinking skills can be developed. So in the current times, is that even necessary? You can speak like that. And also you can provide the context based on where you live. In this city, there are so many options that are for young children like us. We are living in the city, and that I have so many passions. I could go to many extracurricular classes. I would love to develop my skills in chess, but I'm not able to do that because I need to complete all of this homework. So you can speak like that, okay? And clearly state your position with your central idea. So that should be your introduction, okay? And then comes your arguments. In your argument, have at least 2 or 3 strong evidence-based points. So this is your most important part. So this will either make everybody say, yes, we should listen to what this person is saying. Or that can also be, oh, this person is not making very sensible points. So choose these 2 or 3 strong points based on strong evidences. Use logical reasoning, use credible sources to make everybody think, oh yes, that is a very convincing statement, okay? And when you're having 3 or 4 points, or 2 or more than 2 points, connect them. So it should not be like a totally different thing. Like let it go smoothly when you transition from one point to your next point. What's the meaning of rebuttal? When somebody is going to give you counterpoints, okay? The smartest thing to do is, when you come up with your points, when you're going to present your point, when you're doing your research at that time itself, think, What counterpoints can people come up with for these points? You can predict and prepare. That is a very smart thing to do. Okay? Anticipate and acknowledge. See, allow the other people to speak, even if they're going to speak against your points. You should give them the time, and only then can you give your counterpoints, right? So, not allowing others to speak is not a good idea. Allow them to speak, and then you can give the counter opposing views. You say something, they say something against your point, and then you should have your counter opposing points ready when they say something like that. So this is more like chess, no? When you make a move, you know that they're going to cut your chess piece, but then you have something in backup. So that's your counter opposing points. And when you do that, that makes your argument more stronger and compelling. So that's rebuttal. Finally, the conclusion. So in your closing, you summarize. So these were my key points. And now I would like you to really consider if homework is necessary. And that's the call to action, encouraging the people, the audience to think about your perspective, to consider your perspective. Okay. And finally, leave a thought-provoking, a final question. So that will linger on their minds. Okay. That is how you do your debates. Okay. Why are we doing all this? Because I think just around the corner, we're going to have our debate on, remember this? We are having, yes, the meeting is about to get over there. Yes, on clean energy. So we have already given you some topics for that in the group today, in our WhatsApp community today. We will also share with you the topics for that. I want to wish you all the very best. How many of you are going to participate? Let me just see that first. Please raise your hands, those of you who want to participate in the debate. Okay. So we'll once again share with you the topics. Prepare for that. We'll announce the date on when we're going to have it. For the other two assignments, the art and the express talk, we have given you the links. We'll once again share the links with you today in the WhatsApp community. Prepare for that also. Okay. All right. Can we end the session today? Is there anything else? The last day to submit your express talk video and your art, I think we can go till this Sunday. Right, till this Sunday. You have time till this Sunday. Okay, dear. The topics we'll send, we've already shared. We'll once again share it with you in the WhatsApp group today. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Can we end the session now?
I think practice section was until 8.
Okay, so if anybody wants to stay, you can be here. The meeting will be open, but my session is now over. Just stay here and prepare for your rounds for the exam. Okay, bye everyone. Anybody wants to show your artwork? Are you saying that? Dakshita? Not able to see you, darling. Are you here? Janvi, what do you want to share?
I want to share my drawings.
Okay, you can show it to us.
Just a minute, I'll bring it.
Did anybody else prepare your artwork for the clean energy assignments that we gave you? Anybody wants to share your artwork for this? Dakshita, yes, I have finally found you. Beautiful that is. So can you speak on your artwork? Yes, if you have already showed, it's fine, Priscilla. Yes, I remember you showing us. You can speak now, dear. Unmute and speak.
Ma'am, and I'll just remove the blur and
Okay, dear. Dakshita, you can show us your artwork and you can unmute and speak on what you have drawn. Okay, I think it's a bird on a tree. Can you tell us what you've drawn, Janvi?
Here there is a stem and a tree,
Mhm.
and this is a bird holding in its mouth a caterpillar.
Okay. It's very pretty, dear. Good job. I'm going to request you to stick to the themes that we have given you for clean energy. Dakshita, you're not showing. You showed us, you're not explaining. Okay. Who else wants to show? Yes, Dakshita, we really liked it. Anybody else wants to? Wow, Janvi's is very pretty. Janvi, what is this? This we really, really like.
If we pollute, it will become like this, the forest.
Nice. Okay. Thank you. I think with that, we can
I'm sending this.
we might or might not have a session. I'm going to request Bhaveen. What's that? It's really nice. What is that, Bhaveen? What are you showing us? Can you show it once more? What have you drawn?
Mama, scenery.
It's a scenery. Nice. Many of you like to draw here. That's so nice. But did you check the topics that we gave you for clean energy assignments? No? Just see if you can connect it with it. But this is very nice. I think it's the waterfall. Is that the moonlights?
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice, dear. Very serene, beautiful. All right. I think with that, we can end today's meeting. So tomorrow, if we have a meeting, we'll announce in the group. Otherwise, we'll see you on Monday. By the way, did you all check the videos that we sent for your grade-wise? Did you check for all of your grade-wise rounds? Videos are there for words and meanings, word weaving, crossword, types and kinds of words. Please do watch them. Master these rounds with the help of these videos too. All right. So thank you so much. So bye-bye, everyone. Here, Vinod sir will be here till 8 o'clock. Okay. Bye. See you all later.